Hello and welcome to another episode of the Enthusiast Experiment Pencil Edition. Let's get into it. I've been waiting to do this one for a while. Man, we're building up quite a collection here. No. Where did you go? There it is. Alright. So I'm sure this is a pretty instantly recognizable pencil. Some of you probably already caught what it is, but there you go. I'm sorry if I butcher half of the words in this review, but this is the Faber-Castell 9000. Oop, there you go. You can see it there. Nice. In HB. What a beautiful pencil. And it is made in Germany. Sorry, this gold is a little bit harder to show up on camera. It has the web address there and water-based varnish for the coating, and that hideous barcode all the way at the top of the pencil. Thanks, guys. But enough of that. Unfortunately, I do not have packaging for this. I bought it as a one or a single pencil just to give it a shot, but I may end up buying more of these in the future depending on how this goes. So let's check it out. So this is the Faber-Castell Castell 9000 in HB, and you can already see, I'm sure, that this is a lighter example of an HB compared to some of the other ones that we've done in the past. The graphite is HB, incense cedar for the wood. The body is hexagonal green with gold lettering and some of the off-white barcode there. It's kind of a cream-ish colored, and then all that gold foil stamping in there. No ferrule, no eraser, but it does have a really nice end cap here, and you can see the body is that green, and then we have a nice silverish end, and then the green at the tip again. So really, really classy. They did a good job. Looks nice. Price, $15.95 for a 12 pack. So it gets into that kind of, dollar a pencil price range, that medium price range. Not expensive per se, but definitely not cheap. And they originate from Germany. So the erase test again, laid on some graphite this way and that way, put a hard line, and erase the right side. Again with our friend Boxy here. So did pretty well. Smudge test, wrote the word test, took our thumb, and I swear I did do it on this one. That's just how well it performs. You can't even see anything on camera or in person. And shading, you guys may be able to get a little bit of darker tones out of this, but that's about the range I was able to get. So definitely great for the lighter side. Maybe paired with like a darker HB or a darker pencil would be a really good for the lighter shading, and then have that other one for the darker shading. But I'm sure if you pressed really hard, you could get a little bit more darkness out of this. So some of the pros. Point retention was on point with this pencil. Being a little bit of a harder HB, it did a great job of retaining its point. Smudge test, aced it. I mean, that's what these exclamation points are for. Like, this really didn't wear down the point at all. When the smudge test was, I mean, you can't even tell. It doesn't even look like it touched it, which is just great for someone like me that tends to smear. Great classic design and clean printing on the barrel. All the letters, it's really hard to see in this video because of the lighting, but all the letters are really cleanly stamped. Everything's really nice. Everything's really cleanly printed. That's huge plus, so very good quality control. Firm lead, but it still is smooth, so it's not scratchy. Definitely, you could tell it's a firmer lead when you're writing with it, but it still has a nice glidiness across the paper, which is great, and it could be the paper that I'm using. High quality and decent availability. So this is something that if you wanted to try a good pencil, you can pretty easily find one. So it's not something that you're gonna have to track down or something that's discontinued or anything like that. So that's a big plus. And not too expensive considering the quality. So again, right around that, like a little over $1 price point per pencil. There's a lot of other pencils that we've looked at already that double that almost and don't approach this quality. So that's a pretty good pro in my opinion. Some of the cons, we've already mentioned it, that barcode and too much writing on the body, I think. I think if they would have cleaned up some of this, like they even have their website on here. Come on, guys. I'm all for the lead markers should be where they are. I think that's great. And I understand the use of a barcode. I just really think it should be all the way down here so that when you sharpen the first or second time, the barcode's gone. But it still allows everyone to ring up the barcode so you can buy these individually. I think that's a great thing. They just need to be done here. Or down here, sorry. And then, yeah, like this is probably all the writing that needs to be on the pencil in my opinion. And then this could go away. But anyways, that's minor. And maybe light for some, as in the darkness of the lead itself. Maybe a little bit light. Some may like a lot darker of a line. This is probably not the pencil for you, but I still would recommend checking it out for sure. And not a ton of tonal range, again, for being on that lighter side of the HB. It's a little bit harder to get down into the super duper darks, like we were able to with some of the other pencils, and even some of the other HB pencils, like from Japan. But that's not a big deal. Like, it's just know that when you're using this pencil, it's going to lay down a little bit of a lighter line, but that trade-off is you're going to have excellent point retention and almost zero smudging. I mean, nothing from what I can tell. So, awesome pencil. Throw it in the big book o' doom here. And let's see if I can get this correctly. There we go. So definitely on that lighter side. There you go. Almost similar to the Derwent, although you could see the point retention is much better. That Derwent has a little bit of a thicker line because the point was wearing down faster. This is still pen sharp, so that's really great. It's even, I would say, right up there with the field notes, maybe a tad bit lighter. So if any of you guys have written with the field notes, expect similar darkness out of the Faber-Castell or Faber-Castell, but I think the field notes is even just a hair darker, so pretty cool. Definitely all the things that, at least that I've heard about this pencil, are true. It's definitely worth picking up one for yourself to give it a shot, even if you don't like those harder leads, or the, you know, they're a little bit lighter of the HBs. I still would highly recommend picking one of these guys up. So I appreciate you stopping by. Look forward to seeing you again. I would really appreciate if you liked, shared, and subscribed so we can grow this channel together, and take it easy.